New York State Modified Series, including George Kent, J.R. Kent, and many, many others as they travel to upstate New York to challenge the Speedway. Right now, Big Wheel Racing, look out, luck not, watch your toes down there. And we'll go over to Jason Trainer. Jason, who in the world do we have down there racing?
Well, we only have a couple names on the list here this evening, Craig Wilson, including the number 3 of Dane Wexler and the number 98 of Tyler Strumy. And here comes the last competitor, a little bit of hot dog racing action down there here at Lancaster Motorsports Park.
That is pedal power. That's a small three-wheeler. Big Jim down there. Jim, thank you. Wardy, thank you. Lug nut. Say hi to all the fans in the stand. Cool.
This is the first qualifying event of the evening. They're going to roll off turn number 4. Chipper Ortez holds the green flag, lets it fly. It's time for green flag racing right here at Lancaster Motorsports Park.
All right, green flag is out for the first qualifier of the evening. Strictly pure stock division out on the track. And these cars, you're going to hear the tires howl a little bit in these cars. And what that is street tires is what you're going to listen to, because that's what these cars are. They're required to run stock suspension, and you can see them roar a little bit. But listen to the tires howl. Wayne Stevens in the number 71 will step to the outside here, and he steps way wide. We're got one is going around in the ring over there in turn 1, and they do hang on to that a little bit. That is the number 22 of John Zulis. And he does smoke the tires, Bill, and indeed he does. That's getting on the throttle there. Your leader working up in turn number 4, a little on the high side.
Getting a little high. What's the number 40 of Gary Light? He started off from the pole position. Pat Sullivan in the 77 out of Holly might take over the throne spot, the number 1 piece of real estate. Chuck Hughes out of Medina sitting next in line, and it might go Trey Watt. Here comes the number 32 machine. John Wood sitting back there waiting for some sort of racing room. He's shown 5th in position currently. In front of him is the number 71, the man, Wayne Stevens out of Clarence. It's a tight squabble as they're going to come off of turn number 4 on this time by, and the cross flag's the indication. 3 laps down, 3 more laps of racing left to go. Gary Light in the number 40 getting a little high off turn number 2. Here comes the 71, and Wayne Stevens puts the hammer down the back chute. He'll move up into 3rd position. The number 11 trying to close the door. Chuck Hughes trying to open the door, rather, as he's going to try and move up into that top spot, sliding off of turn number 4 down to the front straightaway wall and hugging the front straightaway wall. 4 laps are complete. The deuce flag's the indication. 2 more laps of racing left to go in this qualifying event. Wayne the Man Stevens moving up into 2nd position and able to get around the number 11 of Chuck Hughes on that last lap. But your racing leader out of Holly, Pat Sullivan, in the 77. Sullivan Racing sponsored 77 machine this time by off turn number 4. White flag will be the indication.
Okay, one more circuit around the speedway. Wayne Stevens trying to close the gap here in that 2nd position. Wayne now will look to the inside. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a door handle battle down the back straightaway. As they go wheel to wheel, Wayne Stevens trying to get the best of this argument, but look out in tricky turn 3. They'll get to the apex, and Wayne's going to get back on the throttle.
And Sullivan, the number 77, does open the door. Checkered flag flies for Wayne the Man Stevens. Able to put forth a good qualifying run. Sullivan in 2nd, followed by the number 11 of Hughes, completing the top 3 out of Medina. The number 40 machine was next in line in that 4th position. Gary Light out of Buffalo coming in 4th. John Wood would complete the top 5 positions, and Chipper Ortez, checkered flag does come out for the number 22. John Zulis, he started on the outside of that front row.
All right. Way to go, Wayne. Oh. The back of the field, the number 65 of Dan Nyberg from Cheektowaga, and on the outside of him would be the number 31 of Tim Ponce. I'll be okay. Not Tom, Tim. Tim Ponce from West Seneca. Tim's going to kick my butt ski for that one. And Kyle Volk brings him on down. Green flag will fly, and we are racing.
And we're already Trey wide into turns 1 and 2 with the number 8 trying to get through, and thread the needle, if you will. Tom Egan able to come out on third, getting the best of that argument with the number 74 falling next in line. Brian Chuddy able to take the high side, puts the hammer down into turns 3 and 4.
And his Brian Chuddy is making a move to the outside lane, and he's taking a long way around Lancaster Speedway. He settles back into 4th position right now with the Oldsmobile as they come down to complete that second lap of competition, a first lap of competition. You know, Kyle Volk in the number 42 had a chat with him before, and he's got that long hair flowing, but he's going to be in the Demolition Derby later on. We'll have to watch for that. Yes, he is.
So Kyle Volk will be in the Demolition Derby later on.
We got a spin going in turn 3. Look out, around the ring and down into the bluegrass. We're in the dingweeds with Egan, the number 8 machine.
And here comes the number 28 falling next in line. Rob Zaborowski able to take the high side, able to find his way around Tiny not doing too well off turn number 2 down the back chute. Battling back for that 3rd position. Here comes the 65 of Nyberg as well.
Oh, absolutely. Nyberg riding in that 5th position. How about Susie Million in that 27 doing a great job riding back there in 2nd. In fact, I believe she's going to close the gap on that 42 of Kyle Volk. She's got a great line running. Young lady behind the wheel in her 2nd season, I believe it is. And watch her coming off of turn number 2, and I think she's starting to close the gap there a little bit.
And Nyberg in the number 65 able to stick a nose in the mix, but the number 28 of Zaborowski battling back on the outside track out of Lancaster. 2-car battle for that position off turn 4.
And Zaborowski getting a little bit high over there between 3 and 4. Parallel flags are out, 2 laps to go. So Kyle Volk right now has got his lead about 3 car lengths over Susie Million, but Susie is very slowly closing the gap. But look out, here comes the 74, and he's closed right in. Old Brian Chuddy, he wants to get right in the action there.
And black flag was out for the number 8 of Tom Egan. Egan out of Depew, a local boy. White flag is out, one more turn of the wheel, straight line fashion, but Tiny making no tiny effort on the last lap, stepping to the outside. Nyberg in the 65, right up on his tail, trying to say, hello, let me in, off turn number 2.
Dan Nyberg does make a challenge, but Brian Chuddy is going to go outside now in turn number 3, try to get the job done. Susie Million will have nothing to do with it, and she closes the door on him very quickly. Coming down the front chute, Kyle Volk for the win in the 42, Susie Million in 2nd, Brian Chuddy, and the number 65, Dan Nyberg. There's the 28 finishing in that next spot, Rob Zaborowski. All right, so we're on the back straightaway. 2nd qualifier of the evening, Wardinsky Hot Dog and Sausage, sponsoring tonight's racing action here at the Lancaster Motorsports Park. The number 42 picking up the win, Kyle Volk from Amherst with the West Hereford Reed's tires. 79 Cutlass with a 355 Chevrolet engine. Kyle Volk, congratulations.
Third row inside, we will look to the number 78 of Rick Widmer out of Clarence. And on the outside, the number 70 division. Ben Krentz in the 56 out of Lockport sits next in line on the 4th row inside. And on the outside, the number 11 of Chuck Hughes out of Medina. That's your lineup. We're about ready to go green flag racing. A couple cheering crowds down there for some of the competitors out here. And pace car will look to the drop perhaps, or maybe one more lap on by.
Now we're staying under caution here as we look at the officials down here in the front straightaway. York behind the wheel of that 00 from Buffalo with the Best Deal Auto Sales sponsored 79 Olds is going to put the hammer down, and here they come. Strictly Pure Stock Division.
Chip Ortez says, let's go racing, and in turns 1 and 2 with the 01 of Terry Watson able to find the front of the pack early on from the outside of front row. Jamie O'Rourke in the 00 battling back on the inside track. Here comes the 56. Ben Krentz trying to find some sort of racing room, and Wazorek in the number 4 stuck on the outside. Groove in the number 4 machine right in front of him, or right behind him rather, the number 78 of Rick Widmer out of Clarence. Here they come, 2 by 2. They might go tray wide into turns 3 and 4, and able to close the door was the 56 Ben Krentz.
Black flag goes out for the number 38. We got smoke flying. What? So black flag flies, so we got problems on that number 38. Okay, your leader's working off of turn number 4. We're getting a little wide coming off of turn 4. Jamie O'Rourke brings them on down. We're going to try that 3 wide thing again into turn number 1. That gets a little bit too tight. That's where the door handles get knocked right off of these Strictly Pure Stocks. But right there in the mix of things, the number 56 of Ben Krentz is going to make a challenge. Look at this. Look at Ben has really found some horsepower in that machine.
And Krentz in the 56 does find the horses on the outside. Who's got the larger HP? We got a little slip-de-doo-dah over there in turn 4, and the smoke does fly. Caution will come out.
Ooh, and things do go bump in the dark. Green flag is out. We're back racing in the Strictly division.
And O'Rourke in the 00 trying to fight off the attack from the number 4 machine as Weezerak battles on the outside track. Smoke does fly from the 78 of Widmer as he exits off of turn number 2, currently holding that third place position. The number 11 will fall next in line. Chuck Hughes will bring up the tail. 2-car battle for that top spot with Weezerak in the number 4 right nose to tail with the 00 of Jamie O'Rourke out of Buffalo off turn 4.
And Jamie brings him on down the line here, completing lap number 4. Weezerak in the number 4 sitting right back there in second position as they go down the back straightaway. Weezerak's going to try to close in on O'Rourke, but it's going to be a tough one because he has really got that Olds fired up here tonight. So he's going to swing off at turn 4. He's going to try the high side. The white flag will fly. One more circuit around the speedway for this division.
And the white flag does come out. Jamie O'Rourke in the 00, your race pace leader off turn number 2. Weezerak in the number 4 will fall next in line. Rick Widmer in the number 78 will complete the top 3 currently down the back chute.
And they are in turn number 3. They'll get to the apex. You can hear them get back into the throttle once again as they'll jump off of turn 4. Come off the banking down onto the front straightaway. Checker flag is out and Jamie for the win. And boy, you can see he's happy. He's got his fist in the air and throttles it once for you. So Jamie O'Rourke picking up the qualifying win here this evening. All right, and you can see that Greg Weezerak pulls up alongside, and I'm sure they're exchanging insurance cards right now, or just pleasantries, I'm sure. No doubt about it. I believe that we're going to be lining up the TQs to come out next. Is that how we are in the schedule? Could be. We'll have to check and see. Well, coming off of turn 4 right now, the 00, Jamie O'Rourke from Buffalo. Best Deal Auto Sales, Frank's Pizza, MF Racing, 79, Olds Cutlass. He'll bring it to the line. Jamie, congratulations.